Oh, okay. Good. Oh, it's not even plugged in. I'm so glad Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, we are off to a fantastic start. Good day. It's Ray. And yes, new place. Look at me. Look at me. I'm new. I just got reborn last month. Yeah, today I didn't know what to draw. I was going to do another Mori region video, and then I realized that no matter what I drew, I was going to hate it, so then I'm like, you know what, let's just wait until I feel better about drawing fake Pokemon things. Today we're drawing one of my favorite characters from a fighting video game called Skullgirls. Her name's Squiggly, and I'm drawing her in modern clothes because the time that they're set in is like the 1970s. I don't know, I'm sorry. I don't know what time they're supposed to be set in. I just know it's not now. It's definitely not now. Also, sorry if I seem a little out of it. Actually, if I say that, I will draw attention to it. I mean, I'm happy. It's night. It's not that late, but I feel tired. I can't shower away mental stress, so... Oh, right. So without further ado, let's draw.
Ready?
Tally-ho!
So, today's topic. I decided to geek out over video games because, well, duh, I'm drawing a video game character for the speed paint. I have decided, as of recently, that the career I would like to get into is character design and or concept art for games, because I like just talking about video games in general, not just like how good video games can be, but just even the little parts like game design and not coding. Oh no, absolutely not. No, not coding. That's how I know. There are some games that make me so inspired to start coding, but then I start coding and my brain explodes and I'm like, I can be this smart to code like this, but the question is, do I think it's worth it? Do I think it's worth getting this smart in order to code? That's the real question. But I realized that I like watching people talk about why they think a certain game design would be bad or good. I'm not good at talking about it myself, so don't expect too much of that, but I do enjoy watching that, so that's what made me think I would be interested in drawing for video games. I also really love looking at concept art because you see the finished product, you see what got into the game, how it came to be into the game. And then you look at the concept art and it's just like so many things that were offered up on the table that didn't get put in the original game, but would have also been like an interesting aspect to the game. I just like seeing their thought process because it's fun to see other people's thought process, you know? Plus, it is extremely fun to sketch out a crap ton of just ideas for a character and then just throwing stuff on the wall and seeing what sticks. It's so much fun doing that. And I even did it once. I did a concept art kind of character a while ago because I wanted to practice. I wanted to exercise that part of my art brain. I wanted to exercise that. I said this is a game video. Let's talk about that. The character that I'm drawing is, again, from a fighting game called Skullgirls. I will be upfront and honest. The way I got introduced to this game is because I was on a YouTube channel of which, when I look back at it, I think, wow, I was definitely not supposed to be watching this person, but it's too late to go back now, and I kind of wish I could. But he would play Skullgirls, and I thought that game was pretty cool. It was pretty neat. Years later, and I mean years later, to the point where I already knew, I probably shouldn't have been watching this person, but whatever. Skullgirls, or, I don't remember what the game company is called, but they came out with a mobile game. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool, now I get to actually play it. And I did, and I really liked it, and I was good at it, in my opinion. But I was probably trash at it because anyone can beat a CPU. And then last year, yes, because that's when I got Animal Crossing, because I remember because the world was burning and that's what I needed. But last year I got a Switch, and on that Switch I realized there was Skullgirls, and I bought the game. I was thinking about it a lot. Like, any purchase I ever make in my entire life, I've always second guessed it, because I am a Gemini and they're super indecisive. Yay. But I was thinking about whether or not to get it, because like I was like, oh well, I already have it, I already played it, I've already seen all the story modes, because again, I watched the dude play it. But then I'm like, oh, but I love this game and I really want it, I really want it, and I really want it, so I got it. And no one else wants to play with me because they don't really play fighting games. But whatever, I like it. And Squiggly's my favorite character because she has a little snake sidekick and she's adorable. Squiggly is my favorite character. Valentine is my favorite character to play because she makes kicking other people's butts so easy for me personally. Like, I'm not saying if I play Valentine you're done, like you're over, you might as well just plan out your funeral. But I feel like, you know, you should try to at least roll up your sleeves. Knees weak, arms spaghetti. I know that's not the word, that's probably it. My sweat is steady, knees weak, mom spaghetti. The thing that I admired about Skullgirls once I got the mobile game was the animation. The animation is so good. I'm doing a chef's kiss. I don't know why I was gonna say if you can't see. I know you can't see. The animation is so good that I looked up how they do it, and I learned a lot. Like, I don't like animating. It's not that like the act of animating is what I don't like. It's just it's so long that I don't have the patience for it. But I digress. And the way that they do most of the animation is they explain that it was, you know, a fighting game. So everything that the characters do has to be extremely quick because, again, fighting. So what they would do is do a couple of frames where they're moving, but then make the rest of their body catch up to them. And I'm 100% sure there is a term for this kind of animation. However, I cannot think of it right now. Yeah, it's really pretty. I like it. I like the animation. Something that I had noticed while playing the fighting game or just playing games in general, is that you will be rewarded and can be rewarded for knowing how to play the game. Which I know sounds pretty obvious, but you're like, wow, I didn't know the game. Once you know how to play the game, you're like, wow, I thought I knew how to play the game, but it turns out I could know better. I say this because in Skullgirls, I knew how to play the game to an extent. You know, mash buttons, and that's about it. But then when I felt good enough, like after I, you know, played most of the story modes. I say most because there was one story mode. There's one story mode that I looked up on YouTube and watched. Okay, I didn't think it was worth actually seeing because there is one character who has a clone. All right, can't remember what her name is, but the original character was named Ophelia, and her clone was named something else. And her clone story mode is so freaking hard. It's harder than the boss in the main storyline. And I do not think I do not think it was worth my sanity to figure it out. It wasn't worth it. No, I just didn't. I decided not to. So, I didn't. Where was I going? What was I saying? Oh, once I was done with most of the story modes, I decided to actually learn how to play the game. To like learn the buttons and the mechanics and stuff. Which, weirdly enough, didn't make it easier because I was so focused on like trying to actually get the moves in that I would think too long and then I could hit over and over and over again. So I just decided not to worry about it. But trying to learn the mechanics of the game did help me because then I knew how to do more moves whilst playing the game. like instead of doing the same 5 moves and then doing one of the more moves on accident, I actually did it on purpose. So now that I talk about Skullgirls, let's talk about my first game like that I've ever played, which is a very complicated kind of topic because the thing, okay. So the first game that I've ever played is, I'm pretty sure, or at least the first game that I remember, is a singing game, or at least that's what me and my sister called it when we were little. The game is called Rock Band 3. It's the third one, Rock Band 3. However, I don't like counting that game because it's not like you play the game, like you play the game, but you play the game with your voice. It's not like traditional kind of games, you know? But then my next answer would be like my next answer would be like a mobile game, like the first mobile game I've ever played. The game was called My Talking Emma, and I remember playing that game, and that's all I remember. I remember playing that game. It was a little white blonde little baby, and I dressed her and fed her and bathed her and put her to sleep and changed her diaper, and I don't know why I played this game daily too. I played it daily. I also remember, I remember playing, oh my gosh, I remember playing The Sims free play on there, which I loved and hate because I wanted to play The Sims so badly. Like I wanted to play The Sims 4, and then what had happened was, money? I didn't have that dollar bill, you know? So I played The Sims free play. The reason why I hated it was because I obviously wanted to play The Sims like you would Sims 4. The problem was, it's still a mobile game. So literally every single action took hours. Like, you first of all, you wouldn't have a baby traditionally. You click on a what is it? You click on carriage? Is it called a crib? Oh my gosh! You'd click on a crib, your sim wouldn't get pregnant or anything. You'd click on a crib, and the baby, God would give you a baby, and he'd put it in the crib. I don't mean literally. He wouldn't literally put it in the crib. I just mean that the baby would come out of nowhere in about 24 hours. Not only that, but you would have to pay for the baby too. Imagine that in real life, alright? To get a baby, you buy a crib, and then you get enough, like, orange objects. A lot of them too. You get enough orange objects, and then you just put it in the crib, and then the next day when you wake up, a baby will appear. Suffice to say, I didn't like that feature of the game. I was a boring kid. No, I say that because when I was a kid, I also played solitaire. Not on my iPad. Not on my first iPad, no. I played solitaire on my iPod. I played solitaire as a 7 or 8-year-old child. I played solitaire on my iPod for fun. For fun. It was fun. I still like solitaire. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. Okay, My Talking Angela? I remember playing that game when it was fun. I mean, like, before the whole camera thing came out, because, like, I played it when you could still talk to her, and I thought that was the funnest part of the game. And then I also remember playing, I didn't like My Talking Tommy, My Talking Ben, and all the other, My Talking Angela was where it was at for me. Those were fun. And, recently, actually, I downloaded the second My Talking Angela, because nostalgia. It's nostalgic, even, because it still has some of the mechanics from the first game, just a little more detailed, better animated. They really upped the game on the second game. Oh, Angry Birds? I played Angry Birds before Angry Birds became popular. If you played Angry Birds at any point in the 2000s, you're an Angry Birds veteran. You're kind of a mobile games veteran, honestly. Like, that was like one of the bases of mobile games. Oh my gosh, wait. sorry. This is a guilty pleasure video, okay? I'm just gonna sit here and talk about all those nostalgic games I played as a kid. I was gonna talk about, like, literally any other game, but now I'm talking about games I played as a kid. There's another game that actually, we played this recently. We played this one old Barbie game. I say old like it's really old, but I mean, like, it's just, like, it's game old. Like, if a game is, like, 2 years old, it's considered mildly old. It's like in its 30s. If it's a year old, it's in its 20s. If it's two, it's like in its 30s. I think that will gauge how old the game is, or at least how old the game feels. Everybody needs a can now and then to hold on to. I'm sorry, I started singing that because there was also another Barbie game that we both played. It was on like a weird Barbie website. It was probably the official Barbie website because they had all the episodes and stuff on there. Like episodes that weren't on Netflix. They had a game where you can edit a video, so that's dangerous. And what me and my sister would do is we would edit a fake Barbie video, and then we would come get the other one out of the room because we make them go not hide. We make them go, one of us go into the room and wait until the person's done editing the video, and then they would like see it. And the reason why I remember that is because the reason why I remember that song is because that's the only specific time I remember doing that. I remember doing it a crap ton of other times. There were a crap ton of other times that we did that. But there were two specific times I remember that. One, where I was just like chilling by myself at night, playing these games on the Barbie website. And then one time where I made a Barbie video edit thing that I was so proud of that I remembered it. And it had that song on there. Officially, the first game I played was Roblox, but I think I would count My Talking Emma as my first actual game. My first game were Wii games, because that's what I played as a kid. That's what we did as kids. The first Wii game I remember playing was probably Mario Party 9. So I played that a lot with my family when I was a kid. And remember that my dad has, or at least had, I don't think he still has it, or if he does, it's lost. It's just gone. But he had Super Mario 64 on there, and I wanted to play it because when I tried playing it as a kid, I didn't know how to play because I didn't understand what was going on. And then later in life, I figured out how to play. I'm like, oh my gosh, duh, it's a platformer. It's Mario. So there's levels. Each painting's a level. Oh my gosh. But it was so confusing to me as a kid because I was like 6 when I tried playing it. So then I asked him if he had it, and he was like, oh, no, it's probably gone. I'm like, oh, dang it. Finally figured out how to play, and it's not here anymore. Oh! Now, I think I'm going to end this video on a little bit of a questionnaire. A question that my sister actually asked me today, or at least a question that she made me ask myself, was which video game was better, Mario Odyssey or Luigi's Mansion? The reason why it's so hard for me to answer that is because my sister has a bias. First of all, she loves Luigi. Okay, she likes Luigi. She thinks that he is much better than Mario, and he is as a character and as a person. He is. But we're talking about video games here, so I'm breaking it down right now. We're doing an analysis. I've never actually played Mario Odyssey. I've seen people play Mario Odyssey. I've played Luigi's Mansion. And I want to say Mario Odyssey because I love platformers. Okay, I'm just going to say Mario Odyssey is better. Just because I like the gameplay of Mario Odyssey much more. Just because, like, I like platforming games. And Luigi's Mansion was... I always saw it as, like, more of a exploration. It's an exploration game as well. But it's less platforming. It has like other things like puzzles and stuff, but I want the platforming. I want the platforming. So I'm gonna say Mario Odyssey. Mario Odyssey is better. We're done analyzing. But what do you think? Luigi's Mansion or Mario Odyssey? If you enjoyed the video, then please like it. If you want more content like this, Well, maybe not like this. If you want more content like all my other videos, though, if you want to see the next Mori Region episode, if you watch that, then subscribe to see when I post that. I won't be able to tell you a date. We're not that professional on here. We're professional enough to upload each month, but not professional enough to know what video is going to come out each month. And that's about it. Bye.